Hello and welcome to Rep Sports. The news is out. Shubman Gill is your next ODI captain. So we've got Shubman Gill as the captain of Team India for two formats now, Test cricket and now one day internationals as well. The team is out and I'm going to read it for you guys. The ODI squad for the Australia tour is Shubman Gill as the captain, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, who's the vice captain, Akshar Patel, KL Rahul, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Harshit Rana, Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh, Prasidh Krishna, Dhruv Jurel, and Yashasvi Jaiswal. So no Ravindra Jadeja as well in ODIs, uh, and no Rishabh Pant as well, because we know that he hasn't still recovered from the injury. But Bharat and Devashish are joining us. I will put the team down in the ticker very soon. But Bharat, first reactions: Shubman Gill, ODI captain. Were you expecting Rohit Sharma to be in the team and Shubman Gill being named the captain? But before you answer that, we had been giving this news, as in reporters from Rev Sports had been saying from a very long time, that Shubman Gill will be the next ODI captain. So this is your news. Bharat, first reactions, and yes, no Ravindra Jadeja in the ODI team.
To some extent, it's kind of expected because maybe the Indian selectors are looking forward to the 2027 World Cup, 2 years away, still 2 years away. When you consider that Rohit Sharma by then will be around 40 years, 40 years. So considering that, maybe the Indian selectors are thinking that it's the right time to usher in Shubman Gill as the captain. Having said that, you feel bad for Rohit Sharma because under him they reached the final of the 2023 World Cup. They won the 2024 T20 World Cup. They won the Champions Trophy in the UAE. So he was doing well as the captain. So from Rohit Sharma's perspective, if I think of how he would be feeling, I think he would be feeling bad because he has been doing really well as a keeper. Even if you look at him as a batsman, yes, in Test cricket his form just went away. But in ODI cricket, he was still doing quite well in the final of the Champions Trophy. He came in and put on a really good performance, a game-breaking performance. So he was doing well as a batsman as well. So I think from Rohit Sharma's perspective, I would be feeling quite bad. Otherwise, it's unexpected lines. The selections maybe with Ravindra Jadeja as well. They are thinking that it's time to just move past him because he's also not getting any younger.
Devashish, your initial reactions: Shubman Gill now one step closer to being the all format captain for the Indian team.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a big development as far as Indian cricket is concerned. But I am more so is into because it was on the expected line because Subman's name was doing the rounds that he would be the captain of the one day team, and obviously after the T20 World Cup next year he will be the all format captain. So, but for me the biggest takeaway is Shreyas Iyer being named the vice captain of the ODI side. So definitely that's a clear signal that he is very much in the loop as far as selectors are concerned. Yes, he did not have a fair go as far as the selectors are concerned, but with him being appointed the vice captain of the ODI side, yes, the selectors, that does give a message that he is very much in the leadership group as far as the ODI cricket is concerned. Gargi.
Taking up from that, Bharat, Shreyas Iyer as the vice captain, fans had a lot to say about Shreyas Iyer being dropped from that India A series, or rather returning from the India A series because of the back injury. Everyone thought that he was being snubbed by the BCCI, or being snubbed by the management or something along those lines. But it's clear that Shreyas Iyer is not only in the scheme of things when it comes to white ball cricket, when it comes to ODI especially, but is also in a leadership role, and a pretty strong one. You're on mute.
There are a lot of players competing for different places. So when you consider that someone has to miss out, so even if you look at the T20I squad for the Asia Cup, Shreyas Iyer had to miss out. But having said that, he could have been at least one of the reserves in that T20I squad. Then there was this news about his back problem. But having said that, in ODI cricket, he's a very strong contender. is someone who knows how to, what can you say, farm the strike and rotate the strike in the middle overs, when to play the big shots. Is definitely one of the main batters, mainstays of the batting unit. And he's also someone who's really led well in the IPL. We have seen that with different franchises, not just with one franchise. With three franchises, we have seen him doing well as a captain. So he was definitely always in the when it comes to he was always in the mix when it comes to the leadership role, and I am happy for him, glad for him that he became the vice captain. Has become the vice captain. I think he also has a role to play in T20Is in the future. There is jostling for places. There's a lot of competition for places, but I still feel he has a role to play in the T20Is as well in the middle order. Just that currently he's not getting into it.
Lots of comment pouring here, pouring in now. A lot of people already talking about Devashish Rohit Sharma retirement.
Yeah, Gargi, obviously, it will be a huge shoes to fill. Means, obviously, he is one of the most successful captains, white ball captain, I would say, means having won 27 matches in ICC events. And if going by percentage also, he is the most successful Indian captain. Means he is way ahead of Virat Kohli and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He has a 75% win percentage compared to Virat Kohli 68.42% and MS Dhoni's 55%. And also he has won two ICC trophies. So with him winning the Champions Trophy and the T20 World Cup, that speaks volumes of his leadership. But yes, it will be big shoes to fill as far as Captain Rohit Sharma is concerned. But yes, selectors have done a very good job in appointing Shubman Gill as the captain, because he needs to have a fair rope, because with the World Cup in 2027, you need to give Shubman Gill the fair go, and that is what the selectors here has done. But having said that, Rohit Sharma, yes, it will be interesting whether it is his farewell series or not, because as we speak, as we are on live, Ajit Agarkar is holding his press conference in Ahmedabad. So it will be interesting whether this series against Australia, one day series against Australia, will be the farewell series of Rohit Sharma or not.
Absolutely. There's a there's a question here. Rohan Nambiar is asking, Rohit is not going to the World Cup 2027. Sad but reality. Virat would be assessed based on form. Then a call will be taken by next year. If all is good, then Virat Kohli has a chance to make it to the World Cup squad 2027. Bharat, your thoughts on this?
See, there are two ways to look at it. First of all, let us not speculate too much. Who knows about Rohit Sharma, whether what is there in his mind at present? Maybe he's going to retire after the Australia series, or maybe he wants to continue, because what I saw was in terms of. It seems like, at least to me, it seems like he wants to play for a little longer, but who knows what is there in his mind, because his form is good. His ODI cricket, his form is good. It's not like he's been getting out for cheap scores or low scores in this format. Yes, Virat Kohli, I'm pretty sure if he says to the selectors that he wants to play, then he will definitely be in that side for the 2027 World Cup, because in my opinion, is the greatest batter in that format. And if he really wants to play, then he should definitely be in that side. Even with Rohit Sharma, if he wants to play, then I think he can get in, because as I noted, it's not like he's been getting out for low scores, string of low scores. Recent in the Champions Trophy final, he did well. Let's see how it pans out. Having said that, yeah, maybe Kohli has more of a chance than Rohit Sharma to get into that side in the 2027 World Cup.
Devashish, is that what you think is going to happen? That this could be a sort of a farewell tour for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma?
I totally agree with what Bharat said. Means obviously it might not be the case with Virat, because he still have a lot of cricket left in him, and he is much more fitter than what Rohit Sharma is. Means with due respect to Rohit Sharma, yes, he is 38, and by the time the World Cup will be held, he will be 40. So whether he will be at the peak of his form, that is a huge that needs to be debated. But it let's live totally on what Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli decides on their own, rather than us speculating. But clearly, Ajit Agarkar in his press conference has also confirmed that Rohit Sharma was communicated. It is not that the selectors have taken the call among themselves. It is after having a meeting with Rohit Sharma, and also Shubman Gill. Means, and obviously the selectors had a meeting with Shubman Gill, if I'm not wrong, and also they had a chat with Rohit as well. After taking everyone in on the same page, they have taken this call. And let's be fair on Shubman Gill as well. You need to give him time, but let's not jump the gun and say that it's going to be the farewell series for Rohit in the upcoming Australia series. But definitely, I totally agree with Bharat. What Bharat said, that we have to wait on Virat. Let's leave on to these two superstars because their contribution to Indian cricket has been immense.
Absolutely, and for as for Rohit Sharma, I think I'm not making any assumptions, but if this is one of the last times that we're going to see Rohit Sharma in the Indian colours, it will be a sad series or a sad farewell for sure. But let's take some more comments. A lot of people saying that they think Rohit will retire. Bharat, people are feeling very strongly about the fact that Ravindra Jadeja is not in the team. Your thoughts?
Yeah, the same point. Selectors feel that it's not someone who's getting any younger. As you know, is 35. So considering that, the selectors, that is how they feel. So you have to give it to them, the selectors, because at some point, some point the seniors have to leave, have to bid goodbye, due to international cricket, and that is the case with Ravindra Jadeja. And yes, he's been a great servant of Indian cricket, especially in Test cricket. But in ODI cricket, I feel that he's someone who can be replaced. At least can be replaced by another spinner, by another all-rounder. As you know, India already have someone like Akshar Patel, and then you include someone like Kuldeep Yadav, who's very much a gun wrist spinner. I know doesn't bat much, but still a gun wrist spinner. So India have the options in ODI cricket compared to Test cricket. I'm not very sure Ravindra Jadeja was at that level in ODI cricket to say that he's indispensable to the ODI setup when it comes to the 2027 World Cup. So selectors perhaps feel that way it's the right time to move on. But having said that, more than even Ravindra Jadeja, I'm looking at India's white ball, fast bowling resources. That pace attack will be tested. I see Jasprit Umrah is also been rested. So considering that, Prasid Krishna, Harshit Rana, Arshdeep Singh doesn't have much of an experience when it comes to ODI cricket. So that pace attack will definitely be tested in Australian conditions against Australia's batting unit.
Devashish, there's a comment here saying Deva and Majumdar is saying was hoping to see a new fast bowler on this in this tour, but looks like selectors don't want to experiment. So does it mean our Cricket World Cup 27 fast bowling squad will be Bumrah, Siraj, Harshit, Arshdeep, and Prasidh? You can't tell what will happen to 2 years down the line, but as of now, this is the lineup.
I think this is the best possible options that you have now. But to jump the gun and say that this might be the fast bowling unit for that World Cup, which is 2 years down the line, I think it is too premature, I would say. But yes, apart from the fast bowling group, I am very interested in seeing Dhruv Jurel making the one-day squad. He had an outstanding test match. Yes, he has been in with the Indian squad. It's good to see him. The selectors giving him a go. Yes, KL Rahul is the first choice wicketkeeper, but it's always good to see back someone like a youngster like a Dhruv Jurel, and so it is a big positive, I would say. Yes, you never know because when Rishabh Pant comes back after injury, Dhruv Jurel might have to go, but it's good to have give him a go. And but I doubt whether he's going to get a game with KL Rahul also in the squad as the first wicketkeeper. But yes, Jasprit Bumrah is being rested, but he does make it to the T20 squad. So clearly the selectors have focused because the T20 World Cup is next year. So then clearly there's a thought as to how to handle Bumrah. So he has been rested categorically for that reason. Try and make him give him more game time as far as T20 cricket is concerned. Kargi.
This is a point to it about
Yeah.
India's fast bowling attack. It's quite clear what the selectors are thinking. I'm not saying that's always right. They want either a left arm pacer or they want a tall hit the deck pacer. That's clear, not just in terms of this selection, because maybe South they're thinking of the South African conditions, and that is why they're looking at these two options. Even if you look at the A squad, they had picked Gurjapneet Singh, who's a tall left arm bowler, and then you see that they have picked Gurnur as well, and the tall right arm seamer who hits the pitch hard. So, at least from selectors' thoughts, I can see what they're thinking. They're either looking at a left arm pacer or they're looking at tall bowler who can hit the pitch hard. So, if you're one of them, I think you will get into the Indian squad, at least in ODIs, considering the South African conditions.
There's a question here by Deba and Banerjee. No, this is not the one that I wanted to take. Okay, so the basic question that I read was, and there are a lot of comments like that, Devashish, is the fact that both of you can comment on this. A lot of people think that it was Shreyas Iyer who deserved the ODI captaincy and should have been India's ODI captain. Your thoughts? Devashish, you start.
I see. Obviously, with the quality Shreyas Iyer brings, I think he was always an automatic choice, because if you look at, once Rohit Sharma decided, once the selectors decided to move ahead, once Rohit Sharma was not given the captaincy, it was left with Shubman Gill. It was obviously it was no surprise. But what I like about selectors is that giving Shreyas Iyer means you cannot, means obviously when Shreyas Iyer was left out for the series against England, there was so much debate and talk about Shreyas Iyer missing the bus. But I think selectors have reposed their faith, and it is good to see him giving him a longer rope. And I think, and Shreyas Iyer also deserves, Gargi. If you ask me honestly, I think Bharat will also agree. Shreyas Iyer also deserves to be, yes, with Shubman Gill. I think selectors have looked at giving making a uniform captain for across the format, but Shreyas Iyer on his day, and given his one-day credentials, I think I think this is the best choice. If you look at the 15 that has been picked for the series against Australia, I think Shreyas Iyer is a perfect choice to be named as the vice captain.
Bharat, your thoughts?
See, what I would say is, from selectors' perspective, it's clear that they want one captain across formats. So maybe very soon you would see that in T20Is as well. Although I may not agree with that, but that is how selectors are looking at. But having said that, Shreyas Iyer is definitely, if you ask me, among the Indian captains going around in India, I would say he's my favorite captain. That's just in terms of his tactical nose, in terms of his leadership skills. Nothing against Gill. I think he did a good job. He did a fair job in Test cricket during the tour of England, where I thought he led an rather inexperienced side quite well, uh, barring a few flaws here or there. But having said that, in my opinion, I believe Shreyas Iyer is the one who really has that flair for captaincy. We can see it in the IPL, not just across one franchise, but across three franchises. We have seen it. He seems to have that flair for leadership skills and captaincy. But that is how the selectors are looking at. They want one captain across three formats, and Shubman Gill is said to be, I think, the captain of T20I side as well in the near future.
Okay. Vaibhav Taragi is saying Gill chokes in every white ball finals. Bad choice. Fitmonk is saying deserving guy gets sympathy only in the end. Sad for Iyer. Rohan Kalita is saying, could they have picked Riyan Parag in the ODIs? Explosive batter, could have played at 6 or 7 in the absence of Hardik and could have offered some more overs of spin. Devashish, your thoughts?
Uh, could have been, but I think the 15 that you pick, that the selectors have picked, I think there is not many choice left as well. But I would just like to uh, um, point a bit, because Shubhain has just mentioned in our group, in our WhatsApp group, that Rohit and Virat has been non-committal about the World Cup in 2027. So clearly, they means obviously that is where the selectors have thought of picking Shubman Gill as the captain, because means obviously with Rohit Sharma now 38, means and what more can you ask from him? Means I'm not disrespect him in any way, but having said that, I think Rohit Sharma, I think his contribution to Indian cricket has been immense. So too is Virat Kohli, but their commitment clearly is Ajit Agarkar, and there's needs to be, and it was quite transparent as well. Means this is what you want at transparency, and it was good to see the selection committee chairman coming out and clearing clearing the air that both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are non-committal as far as the World Cup 2027 is concerned. So clearly, so you once that is the message. You need to think ahead. You need to groom players who can fit into that their role in their positions. And I think ideally in the Indian selectors have gone for two best options in Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer as the captain and the vice captain. Who better than to have these two players who are experienced, who have proven their skills, who have proven their mettle, they have done well in white ball format. So no better choice. If you look at the 15, I'm only speaking about one day squad. If you look at the 15-member squad that has been picked, I think in this case, in this squad, only KL Rahul could have come close until and unless if our Ravindra Jadeja was in the side. But yeah, and also the selectors have also made it a point that Ravindra Jadeja, he is definitely in the mix of T20 in one day format. So there again, there's a clarity as far as Ravindra Jadeja's exclusion is concerned for the Australia series. I think that might have gone that he might be rested. That's the reason he is not picked for the one day series against Australia, because he is continuously playing. So I think not much options left, Gagi. If you look, I think once Virat and Rohit were non-committal about the World Cup next year, their selectors were left with no other options but to get your best man in that role as captain and vice captain.
Quite interesting, this new little piece of information that we're seeing from Ajit Agarkar, because only a while ago, while we were in Dubai for the Asia Cup, Rohit Juglan had reported that Virat Kohli, Ajit Agarkar, it was reported by Rohit Juglan that Ajit Agarkar had called both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and had asked about what their plans are for ODIs, because there was no communication from both Virat and Rohit's end. So now that Ajit Agarkar is saying that Virat and Rohit are non-committal towards World Cup 2027, it sort of checks out, and another report that Rohit Juglan did has been, sort of justified at this moment. But Bharat, this non-committal issue, could this very well be Rohit and Virat's last ODI series? What do you think?
Again, we are speculating a bit. Maybe from Rohit's perspective, this could very well be
No,
his last
because
series.
you see, if they
Yes,
don't have
yes,
any ambition for playing the World Cup,
yes.
then
Maybe
it does not make sense to sort of hold that position.
they're like 50-50 in their minds, maybe. Otherwise, they would have specifically said that we don't want to play that 2027 World Cup or something on those lines, because they're saying non-committal. Then maybe they're 50-50 in their mind as to whether they want to play the tournament, because you remember Rohit Sharma at the final hurdle, he lost out in the 2023 World Cup. The Indian team lost out to Australia. So somewhere it could still be echoing in his mind that if there is a small chance that he wants to that he would want to play the 2027 World Cup. Having said that, I think it's fair to say that maybe the tour of Australia will be their last campaign, or the last time we will see the two golden boys of Indian cricket.
Well, only time will tell whether or not that will happen. But again, every single live there has to be one comment that says that we are doing Gil PR. Well, okay, fine, we are. Anyway, let's move on.
I don't
Divine
think we
Banu,
said even one good word about him till
no,
now. At least in this show,
no.
we didn't praise him to the skies, or we didn't praise him to the heavenly heights or celestial heights in this particular show. I don't remember.
Yeah, we've gone on for almost 25 minutes, but we are waiting for Shomik Chakrabarti to join. He is in Ahmedabad. and he is at the press conference with not with Ajit Agarkar, but he is at the press conference and will join us soon as and give us the update. So we're just waiting on Shamik. But Devashish, were you saying something?
No, obviously, the see if you look at the squad, not much means. I think selectors. Let's discuss a bit about the T20 squad. I think it's the same squad, means not much. So clearly, the selectors have a clear message that they are going to bank on this squad for the T20 World Cup. So definitely, they are going to bank on this squad.
Oh, oh. Devashish, your screen is frozen at the moment.
But
That's
Bharat,
right.
You are
let me
back.
just
You
ask.
got cut off midway. We don't know what you said. You will have to
Oh,
repeat.
sorry. I was just asking. I just want to ask Bharat, what to say about Varun Chakravarti's non-inclusion? Means Varun Chakravarti, you are expected to not pack your side in the T20 World Cup. But what do you say about Varun
I got
Chakravarti?
stuck. Anyway, I will answer that. So I'll answer that. Go ahead. Yeah. See, when it comes to Varun Chakravarti, what I will add is maybe they're thinking that in Australia they don't need an extra spinner. That is from their point of view, because you already have Akshar Patel there, you already have Kuldeep Yadav. So maybe they're feeling that you don't need an extra spinner, and it's a bit of a luxury to have a mystery spinner in there. But I can understand the other point of view that Varun Chakravarti brings a little bit of mystery in his bowling, and you can always keep him at least you give it a thought as to whether Varun Chakravarti can come into the equation for the 2027 World Cup. At least for the 2027 World Cup, I might be thinking of picking him as a surprise option, because the batters wouldn't have seen too much of him in the 50-over format, and then you can pick him for the odd game in the 2027 World Cup and surprise the opposition. But for Australian conditions, I believe they feel that an extra spinner is a luxury.
Okay, finally, the person that we had been waiting for, Shomik Chakrabarti, has joined us. Shomik, tell us what was the news point. Obviously, one of the biggest news points was Ajit Agarkar saying that Virat and Rohit are non-committal for the World Cup 2027.
Sorry. Can you please come again, Gargi? Virat, Ajit Agarkar saying.
That the duo are non-committal for the World Cup.
Hello. He didn't. He absolutely remained non-committal. Somewhat he contradicted himself also. I give you the entire sequence, Gargi, the whole thing. First of all, it's a totally selection committee's decision to remove Rohit Sharma from ODI captaincy. It's not that Rohit Sharma has relinquished. You have to make this clear. There was a conversation happening between Rohit Sharma and Ajit Agarkar, and it was to inform him that we are moving on. Shubman Gill is our new captain. That is number one. Number two is whether the Australia tour is going to be Rohit Sharma's last as far as international cricket is concerned. Agarkar didn't say anything because it is Rohit Sharma's call. Selectors can't ask any player to retire. They can either pick him or drop him. But the fact of the matter is that I asked Ajit Agarkar that how tough it was to remove someone from ODI captaincy who in his last assignment won India the Champions Trophy. So he said it's not about the Champions Trophy only. It was a tough call, given that he has been so very successful in this format, both as a captain and as a cricketer. So it was a tough call. But somewhere along the line, from team's perspective, you have to think ahead. You have to think maybe 6 months ahead, stuff like that. So when it was asked to Agarkar whether Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli figure in the scheme of things for the 2020 World Cup, at time he said 2020 World Cup is still some time away. But why Shubman Gill has been chosen? Because according to Ajit Agarkar, it is impossible to have three different captains for three formats. So, and they are very confident that the way Shubman Gill led India in Test cricket in England, and from there the way he has been batting, he will carry that forward. And he has been vice captain of the ODI side for long. So everything combined, they are backing Shubman Gill to the hilt. And if you look at the squad, there is a clear between the lines. There is a clear hint for Rohit Sharma that Jasassi Jaiswal is there as reserve opener. So the message is loud and clear to Rohit Sharma: either you perform or perish. Simple as that. This Indian team has stopped sort of picking players or on reputation. You have to, whoever you are, irrespective of whether you are Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or whoever you are, you have to perform to be there in the side. So for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, whether they will play the World Cup, what is their world international future, it will depend on their performance. As simple as that. Reputation doesn't matter at all.
That was a comprehensive lowdown of what really happened at the press conference. But Shomik, your personal opinion? A lot of people saying that Shreyas Iyer deserved the captaincy. It shouldn't have been Shubman Gill, and also a word on Ravindra Jadeja not in the squad.
Ravindra Jadeja will come. Why on earth Shreyas Iyer is going to should be the captain? Shubman Gill has been the captain of the ODI side. He was there as vice captain has been the vice captain. He was there in the Champions Trophy. It's a natural progression. Usually, when a transition is made, when a change is made, it is usually the vice captain is chosen as a successor for the incumbent. So the selection committee has done that. So it is quite obvious. Shreyas Iyer has been named vice captain because of his seniority and because the way he plays. He's an integral part of the ODI side. That is fine. But Shubman was vice captain. So what wrong did he do to not to be elevated to captaincy? Number one, Ravindra Jadeja's question was asked. It is nothing about fitness or something. Or for Ravindra Jadeja, Ajit Agarkar said, see, in England, we cannot have two left-arm spinners simply, and which is the reason Jadeja misses out. That is the thing. Uh, nothing, nothing more to read into it.
All right. On that note, I think we can end the show. We'll be back at 5 p.m., of course, for the 5 at 5 show. 5 at 5 show. Boria will also join us, so don't forget to join us.
Gargi, if we just might just touch the point on Hardik Pandya. I mean, obviously,
Okay, yes.
yes,
Hardik
Hardik Pandya
Pandya,
is a very
Ajit
important
Agarkar
point because he's
clarified.
still not fit.
Hardik Pandya, Ajit Agarkar clarified he is not fit at this moment in time. uh, as and when they get further updates, they will they will communicate it with the media. But at this moment in time, Hardik Pandya is not fit, which is the reason he hasn't been picked. Good. Thank you, Debashish, for reminding me of Hardik Pandya. It just so many things have been
And, and,
happening.
and
uh,
At the selection committee, I was just looking at the Rep Sports handle about the tweets that we have done on Ajit Agar. He also clarified that Ravindra Jadeja was not in the squad because you cannot fly in two left-arm spinners. So
Hmm.
that's the reason I think, Shumikta, that the selectors have preferred to go ahead with, preferred to leave out Ravindra Jadeja.
yes. Ajit Agarkar said that in Australia you cannot play two left-arm spinners. So he would have been surplus to requirements.
All right. All right. On that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you so much, Bharat, Debashish, and Shomik for joining. We'll be back at 5 at 5 to discuss and deep dive into the T20I squad as well. So thank you so much.